Well, hello, all of my awesome, amazing, fantastic machine heads. Welcome back to episode 2 of the Shire. How is everybody doing? I got something secret planned for you guys. This is going to be absolutely epic. We are back. I got a few things to show you guys, and we are going to go old school. So you guys ready for your surprise? You ready? How's everybody doing today? I'm doing great. I'm doing awesome. And I'm doing fantastic as usual. It's been a few days since I recorded. I've been kind of busy in my personal life. I've been kind of busy and kind of sleepy and tired and working up quite the little appetite. I've been helping the local farmer get up every morning at 4:30 and milk his cows. I've been working like a madman. Plus, my mom is building an addition on her house, and we are doing what we need to do. So, my apologies for the lack of videos this week, but we are going to go old school. So, in homage to that, we are going to go a little bit longer. Let me show you some things that I got accomplished real quick, and then we got a lot of work to do. First of all, as you guys know, I had a shed right here, but I moved it back so that we could have a little bit more room on the farm. And I changed out the fuel tank for a smaller one so that we could save a little bit of money. And I put a nice little fence here. We got everything mowed here and baled into hay. And guess what? Off of this 2 fields, these little baby fields here, I got over 300,000 liters of hay. I got a full stack of 24 here. And our cow pen has almost 200,000 in it. Let's see what it's got in it. 199,752. Or 57. Sorry. And off that straw, off of this field, remember we were harvesting last time? Off of this field, I've got, let's see, how much straw is in here? 380,000 liters, and watch this. These are 11,000 liter bales, and what this does is this mod is really cool. It allows you to put bales in here and store them, and then it uses them as it needs them. So that's really cool. Plus, the triggers come way out here, so I can pull my little bale trailer right up here, and it takes it right off of it automatically. It's really, really neat. But I can't post links. That's something that I promised Jerry, aka Grizzly Bear Sims, a long time ago, because there's only one mod site that I was absolutely willing to give the links out to. And that was Simply Safe Mods, but as he has instructed us, he had to close shop on Simply Safe, and it makes sense. It really makes sense. When you have more money going out than coming in, it's kind of hard to continue doing a website. So we still support you, Jerry. We still support you. I still have every single mod that I downloaded from there in my mod folder, and I use many of them frequently. So, we'll still get you. Make sure you guys are heading over and giving Grizzly Bear Sims, my mentor, my friend. I've known him for, it was probably, I started watching Grizzly Bear Sims' videos in Fs22. When my very first video that I ever watched of his was, he got the new Seasons mod, and he did an in-depth tutorial on it, because I had no idea how to use it. I had no idea. And I watched his video, and my voice got hooked, or his voice got me hooked, shall we say. And I just reached out to him, and one thing led to another. When it got into Fs19, and we exchanged emails, we exchanged information, and we email each other once or twice a week now. He had some time off. He took some time off, and I gave him his space. I didn't bother him. I didn't get involved with his personal life. That's none of my business. I just gave him his space. And then I'm so glad that he's back. So, I also want to give a shout out to my brother, Gutterball, who reached out to me today, and he says, "Hey, you've been awful quiet lately. What's going on?" And there's nothing going on, guys. The fact is, I'm just exhausted, like physically, mentally drained, like exhausted. Like I had a video recorded for Wednesday that was supposed to drop Thursday. And halfway through the video, I literally passed out. And I woke up at 4:05 in the morning after 6 hours of recording. And I was doing this into a tree. My tractor. And then what was funny is I talk in my sleep because I watched the video back and I had no idea. I kept saying things like, yep, nope. So I'll get aside. But let's get into this. So we got our cows fed. Now I did some figuring and I figured we needed $33,500 worth of milk to access the next 20 cows because we want to buy 20 at a time. So right now we have, let's get in here. We have 1,816. That's it for one day. As you guys can see up in the right-hand corner, we are now into September, as promised. I also did some changes real quick I sold the animal trailer and what else did I sell? I can't remember there was something else that I sold. Oh, the fuel tank. Because I've been using this thing. This thing is an absolute epic mod, and we are going to display that right now for you guys to see. This is the leader, or letter, however it's pronounced, PF2.226 Plus Eco Mode. Now what this is, you guys have seen these before, we have these in-game. This is for picking up bulk, but this has a twist. This allows you to grind up bales as well. So let's get in here and we're going to grab ourselves 45,000 real quick. Or 42,000. This holds 42,000 in it. This will take hay, straw, silage, everything. You can mix total mix rations in this with literally, let's get this up like this, with literally hay and straw. No mineral feed needed. So you can grind up, it takes 2 bales of hay and 2 bales of straw, or 2 bales of hay and 2 bales of silage, and you can make yourself some total mix ration. Really cool. But we're not going to do that. We're going to use this for hay. So, I don't want to make this whole episode a mod review. But before we start, you guys know how it always works. You're going to lose the game sounds, but you're not going to lose me. And yes, we are recording. I do that every time, guys, because I've been caught multiple times forgetting to hit my hotkey. And I'm talking away, and next thing you know, I'm not even recording. So, anyway, I'm going to do a real quick mod review on this. This thing holds 42,000. You raise and lower it with the mouse button, and or if you're using controller, I'm using a PlayStation controller. It's LB and then the joystick up and down. And this thing will go all the way up. You can get bales that high. And then all the way down, you can get stuff right off the ground. When you first jump into it, you will have to unfold it so that you can do it. So we're going to turn it on. We're going to raise it up here. Now watch what it does. We're going to drive up to our bale, and you can do this in stacks or do it all at once. This is what I wanted to show my brother. This is something that he would absolutely love on St. Cali. So I wanted to make sure that I showed him. Whoops, let's get ourselves a little square. You want to try to do it in here? Yeah, let's try to do it in here. Well, we'll do one outside, then we'll do one inside, and then we got a lot of work to do. So all you have to do is get up to the bale. Like that. As you can see, look, it's filling it. Boom. Takes the bale. Now you can come down here and drive into it. And it will take the next one. Take twos of them. So we're only going to do 27,000 today. Just because I wanted to show you that real quick because I have plenty of food in here. And then you just drive it right into the thing. And you can do this with straw. You can do this with everything. That's why I love it. Get this down here so we can drive in here. And then boom. Open her up. Drops the hay in there. And bada bing, bada boom, and I'm not allowed to say it. That's it. That's all she wrote. We'll put this back down the ground. We'll shut her off. And that's it. I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour of this. This is something that I found on a website that I cannot give out a link to, but I will let you guys know. Just look up this right here. The Farazin. It's actually not the leader. It's called the Farazin something, but put that in under your search bar and it'll come up with multiple links to multiple things. Just make sure you guys are picking the safest one, please, for me, because I don't want you guys to get any sort of thing. So anyways, these fields are bigger. So what I had to do is I had to upgrade from the little bale trailer to the big bale trailer to the 24. I also have a cool mod to show you guys. It may not be this episode, but we're going to try. This is my new lime spreader. It's got wings on it, and it actually pushes lime through this thing. It's pretty cool. I also purchased 30-something thousand liters of rocks because we are going to be getting rocks off our field, but we are in the process of still waiting. As you can see, let's bring this up. Now, this mod will make, it takes rocks, but it'll make 1,000 rocks will make 500 lime and 500 rock powder. Now, there's no way to sell rock powder unless you have a special sell point that sells rock powder, which we don't have. So I'm just putting it on selling, and I don't know how much I'm going to make, but we've already got 3,200 lime, and I've got 13,000 stones, but I've already filled my lime machine, so that thing's ready to go. We also got our fertilizer going. This little machine here, as I explained to you last time, will take slurry and manure produced by our cow pen over there, and it will take a little thing called love. The rhythm of my heart. It's stuck in my head. I don't know why. Right here. It'll take slurry manure or slurry and digestate, and it makes solid fertilizer. So we've got 3 and 2. We've got almost 1,000 liters of solid fertilizer. And remember, we're not spreading it on. We're putting it on with our seeder. So when we seed, we have decided that we are going to providing that. Let me go find the weather. The planting carrier. When can we plant sorghum? We can plant that. We can't plant that till April, and we are only in September. So we're going to have to plant wheat, barley, or oats, and I think we can do oats because we're still in the planting stage here of these three. Otherwise, if we don't get it done this month, this today in this game day planted, and we're going to have to wait to plant. We're going to then have to plant like sunflowers or soybeans or something down here. Because like we said, we're running full seasons on this, so we have to pay attention to that. So I went ahead and we got this harvested. I got all the straw baled up. I've been subsoiling so that we can get our rocks. And then we will get our rocks picked up, and then we will lime spread, and then we will what's that called there? Then we will seed, and we'll figure out when we get ready to seed what we need to do. Sorry, my brain kind of didn't work there for a second. My apologies. So how are you guys all doing today? I am absolutely doing epic. I finally got a chance to sleep a little bit. I got home a little bit early and went onto the computer and found the most wonderful message from my brother today. It was great. You know, it's nice to have family that checks on you, that looks in for you, and you know. And he was just asking. He's like, "Hey, dude, you been awful quiet. Everything okay? You know, like you kind of went incognito, and he was worried about me. So, you know, that you can only have the utmost respect for, because not many people in the world will check on other people. And so it was nice. You know, I got home. It was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. By the time I got home, and I'd been up since 4:30. And even before I took a nap, I went on the computer. I said, well, I'll check my emails and check this, because, you know, Grizzly sometimes emails me and checks on me as well. He's another one that will send messages down and making sure everything's okay and things like that. So I check my emails, and because I don't normally get a lot of emails per se, because I'm just I don't have a lot of people don't have my email. But it was nice, and I just got that message from Gutterball, and it just kind of cheered me up. And I've not been like depressed or anything, just super duper tired. That's it. There, I'll set my GPS so that I don't have to. I can just talk away a little bit. But yeah, that's it. And I just I had a video, like I said earlier in the beginning, I had a video lined up for Thursday, which was this morning. And that was what notified Gutterball, was the fact that I didn't drop a video. And he knows I'm very, very firm on dropping videos when I'm supposed to drop them. So when he didn't see a video, he's like, what's going on here? Fury didn't drop a video. So But that was really nice, and I appreciated him doing that, and I appreciate the love, and, you know, you can only have one brother in life. That's it. You can have multiple friends that are close, but you can only have one more. Well, you can have multiple brothers, but, you know, as far as I'm concerned, I only have one brother. But that was nice. It was really nice. And so what we decided is, and then I went and took a really, really good nap, and I slept from about 3:30 till about 8, which was really good because that's the longest I've slept all week. You know, I'm not getting any younger, guys. I'm not a spring chicken anymore. So, you know, power naps and things. People pick on me all the time because I call them my old people nap. That's weird. It's just a painted section of grass there. I call them my old people naps, but I'll tell you something. You know, as you get older, you start to, you know, really, really enjoy your things. So I woke up and I had a lot of energy, and I played a little truck sim, and I got a little stuff set up in that because I was right in the middle of getting that set up, because I may be, once again, as we mentioned in the last video, tentatively, I may be bringing back some truck sim, and I may be doing some stuff like that. But I don't like to, as I explained in my Two Brothers series, I don't like to put myself out there guaranteeing anything, because you never know. With everything that's gone on in the world, and I'm not going to sit there and talk about politics or anything like that, because this channel doesn't talk about politics. We know that. You guys know that. I don't care what side of the fence you're on. You're all welcome here as far as I'm concerned. And we don't discriminate for race, religion, any of that stuff here. We are a family fun channel, and I've worked really hard over the last 3.5 years to make it that way. So, but with everything that's gone on in the world, you know, me being retired, I was kind of forced to pick up that job working for that guy to make a little extra money. And I don't have to travel. It's still right on my property here. So for me, it's kind of the best of both worlds. But boy, I tell you, when you're used to recording, as you guys can see, I don't know if it shows up on the recordings or not, but I have the Real Clock mod on up in the left-hand corner above the little tractor. I don't know if it shows up in the videos, like I said, but it shows up for me. And I've got it up there so that I know how long I've been recording for. So that I don't have to keep setting a timer, because Jerry will be the first one to tell you that, you know, looking at your timer every 5 seconds. But yeah, so I woke up nice and rested, and I played some truck sim, and I got some stuff around, and I decided I am going to go back old school, and I'm going to bring back a little bit longer videos. But we're going to mix and match them. Because I enjoy the time that I come and I spend with you guys. There are times when I do run out of things to say, but not very often. Anybody who knows me in real life, you know, my brother Gutterball or Grizzly Bear, anybody of those guys that know me, I don't have a problem coming up with stuff to talk about, but I do sometimes find myself repeating myself a lot because you forget. You know, we all have those days where we start the video with our little show notes. That was one thing that I did learn from Eustace Farmer and Grizzly Bears. I always have show notes. That's what they call them, and that's what I've always called them. I have these little sticky notes with things that I kind of want to go over and things I want to accomplish for the video, and you know. But as soon as you hit the record button, it all goes out the window. You're winging it. Anybody who creates content knows that. And for those of you guys that don't know and are new to the channel, I want to say a few little things seriously, though. When I say my outro at the end of the video, that is an homage to our good friend Eustace Farmer, a.k.a. Atomic 67, because he was another one of the mentors. It was when I first met him. When I first was introduced to him via another friend of mine, he was involved in this thing called Three Dudes Gaming, and that we're going way back now. So I've known him for quite a while. I've known him and Jerry about the same length of time. So I have had many conversations. He had my email address, and he would always tell me, don't try to, don't zap your game. He always used to say to me, and what he meant. But I always wondered, what did he mean by that? What did he mean by that? So finally I got up the courage to ask him, because when I first got into this and I was new and I was so like intimidated by these guys that, and we all judge our channels by our family members, and how many we have, and we always judge that. So I'm talking to these guys who had multiple up there, some of them in the thousands of family members, and I was just so intimidated. I was like, oh my gosh. But he would always say to me, and when we would discuss things on emails or messages or anything like that, he would always just say to me, don't zap your game. And I always wondered, what did he mean? So finally I got up the courage to ask him one day, and he spit it point blank, and he said, you cannot change your channel to make everybody happy. You can't do it, because if you do, you're going to drive yourself insane. So, and this is why he changed his name from Eustace Farmer to Atomic 67, because he did not want to be pigeonholed into a situation where he was stuck just doing farm sim. And if you guys get a chance, we lost him recently, so rest in peace, my good friend. Rest in peace. We will see you again. And those of you who believe in higher powers, like I do, we will see him again. But the thing that I've learned the most from him is I have to be who I am. I have to keep my channel who I am. And as soon as I start changing it, I start to see that you guys have noticed it. And when you guys notice it, a lot of you get frustrated and leave. You come back, you leave, you come back, you leave. And I get it. I get it. Like when we all watch Grizzly Bear Sims' videos, we expect a certain thing. We expect this is how the video is going to go, and this is how his voice is going to sound, and this is how it's going to be. And the minute that it's changed, we all go, whoa, what's going on here? So going forward, I am going to use a little bit of EP's, and that's what Jerry and I always called him, was EP. A little bit of his advice, and he does. I don't think his wife realized how many people he touched in this community. Many of you who are my family members here on my channel have come over and from his channel, or come over from Grizzly Bear's channels. I've always supported them guys. I've always shouted them out. You guys know I do it all the time. But I'm going to use some of his words for my new channel. Well, it's not new channel. It's not going to change, but we're going to go back to the basics. We're going to go back, and we're not going to change anymore. And you guys are going to start expecting the same things again. And we're going to let's do it. Let's make this what it was supposed to be to begin with. And if we make longer videos, we make longer videos. Depends on how much I want to ramble for the night. If we decide to go a short one, we decide to go a short one. So on that note, and then we're going to let sleeping dogs lie. We're not going to bring it up again. And I just wanted to let everybody know how much he meant to me, how much Grizzly Bear means to me, how much my brother means to me. Without those three guys in my life right now, I would be absolutely lost. Because as a content creator, and I almost hate that word, I almost would rather say YouTuber. As a YouTuber, you are constantly putting tons and tons and tons of pressure on yourself to do better, to reach more family members, to get more families. And for those of you who are new, I don't call my subscribers. I call you guys family members, because we are, like, you guys come into my living room or my dining room, or wherever I decide to record for the night. You guys come in here, and it's really, really nice to be able to, many of you I call friends. Many of you I have gotten to know outside of Farm Sim. Many of you leave wonderful comments, and I read each and every single one of them. I really do. So, and Gutterball helps me. Remember, he's a moderator on my channel, so every single comment gets rung, especially when it comes to Two Brothers, because he's involved in that. So, it means a lot to us, aka content creators, or whatever you call them. I call us YouTubers, because that's exactly what we are. But yeah, you know, we're gonna go back and we're gonna do this. Now this thing is 9 meters wide, and we still got some construction and stuff to do. But let's pick up some rocks for a while. How's that sound? We'll get this right into the rock picker machine, and then we have a full thing of lime to use up first that we had already made. We'll go from there. Like I said, I hope you guys are doing wonderful. I can't drive tonight. I hope you guys are doing great, and I really, really hope you're doing fantastic, because you guys know, that was the. I'm so sorry about clearing my throat in your ears. When I changed my intro, I was doing all kinds of things to change, but the whole thing about that story is you put so much pressure on yourself as a YouTuber to come up with all kinds of fancy stuff and, you know, all this newfangled editing. And I think that I have a tendency, and my biggest problem is I overthink things. And as EP would say, you know, he'd say, Jim, you know, you're overthinking stuff. Don't make it as hard as what it should be. It's bad enough that we have to go through the editing process, and Grizzly Bear will attest to this. Sometimes we get some videos that we're quite a ways ahead, because we're always constantly trying to put out new content, and we're kind of trying to do the same things over and over and over again. And there's times when we get videos 2, 3, 4, 5 days ahead of time. And they're in the queue. That's what we call them. They're in the queue. For those of you, you know, Star Trek fans, I think it's off Star Trek is queue. But we put it in there, and they're ready, and they're scheduled, and they're all up. But then someone will throw a comment down of a video that's like 5 days old, but for you guys, it just dropped. So you guys are writing down the comments and things, and we're like, I forgot. What was that? So that's usually what happens when I'm reading your comments, because a lot of times, like, for example, I'll record Friday's video with Gutterball, and it drops Monday. So it's like 3 days in advance. I'll him and I will record Saturday's video for Wednesday, and then I record Sunday for Tuesday. So I'm always recording ahead. Let me put my cruise control on here. So yeah, we get ahead a little bit, so we forget a lot of times, but we do read every comment. I know that the channels that I watch and that I associate with do the same thing. I try not to associate with negativity. There was a time, many of you know, there was a time when I was in over about 1,300 Discords at one time, on probably 5 different accounts that I had going, because Discord only lets you join just so many, and then it's full, and then I would create like a different version. It would be like Fury Machine Gaming 1 or Fury Machine Gaming 2 or some, you know, or FMG or something. You know, there was a lot of different variations to my name, but there was at one point I was in literally like 1,300, and I was subscribed to like close to 10,000 channels, and I'm not kidding. I mean, you know, over in the left-hand corner of your YouTube page, when you see all your subscriptions and stuff, mine just went for days. A lot of those were people that I was subscribed to that were just starting out, and they decided YouTube wasn't for them, and they only had like 1 or 2 subs. So I did get rid of a lot of those. I did downgrade, and I also downgraded for some people that were just negative. I don't want anything to do with the negativity on my channel. I don't want people who get on and curse. I don't want people to get on and talk a bunch of smack about other people and stuff. That's just not my role. I don't do that. I don't plan on doing that with people, and I don't do it with people. So about couple 2-3 months ago now, I went through and I literally cleaned house, and I went from 1,300 Discords to 0. I'm not kidding. I do have Discord Messenger for one person and one person only that I contact outside of Farm Sim, and that's it. And that's the only Discord that I have. That's the only way I communicate with that person. But I do not have Discord. I got rid of my own. I literally dropped all of the Discords, including my own, because I had a Discord of my own. It just became drama. It became people would go in there and just take the time to badmouth other people. So, if I was on your channel before and you stopped seeing me, that's probably what happened, is something that I had witnessed or something that I had heard or something that I had seen, not heard from other people. I don't want people to think that, because I never, ever, ever in my entire life, I don't take third party. I take it lightly. I want to, if I hear something for myself, then it's a decision that I make. So many of you that I was involved with, I just kind of went incognito is the best word I could say. I ghosted you because I've either witnessed or heard or seen something that you've done on your channel that I did not agree with. And I'm the type of person that would, instead of, it's a lot easier for me to just leave than it is to make this whole drama about it. And YouTube, the community that I was involved in, and here's the thing you guys need to understand: there's multiple communities in Farm Sim. There's the big names like Clutch and DJ Goham and Daggerwin. They have their own little communities. They literally do. They have so many family members in their entourage that they have to have their own community. And those are people that are very loyal to them and very much pushing their channels as much as they can. And hey, that's absolutely epic, and I will support that to the end. But there's some of them that I don't watch, of those big names, because I don't like the way they play. But that has nothing to do with them personally, and I am literally driving halfway, and I should be over here. But yeah, so getting back to the whole thing, and I just woke up one morning and I said, I'm done with this negativity. Our community has gotten, it was bad there for a while. It was he said, she said. It was, well, this person's doing this and this person's doing that. And it was the best thing that I ever did. And now I've got the channels that I watch. So if I leave a comment on your channel and you are a family member of mine, know that you are a selected few. Especially if I've left a comment, because I even stopped leaving likes and comments for a while there. But I'm back now to doing that with the people that I support. And the sad part of the whole thing was there's many of people that I still consider my friends. Chad from CBW and Dirt Farmer and those guys that are basically my friends, that were involved with it. They got a lot of people in their channels that are still involved in them circles, and I just can't be a part of it. I can't. I have grandkids that watch their channels faithfully, but I turn the chat off. I just do. I let them, my granddaughter's a big Farm Sim component, and you guys know I've told stories about her before. And there's only a few people I let her watch Jerry. I let her watch Dirt Farmer and CBW, but I turn both of their chats off because when they're live, some people get pretty, not family fun. So they themselves are family fun, and that's amazing, and that's why I let her still watch them. But I just turn the chat off. I just turn it off, and so that she can watch them. And that's it. And it frustrates her because she wants to comment, she wants to talk, and she wants to get involved with that. We're going to need fuel soon because Bill will be calling me out on that. So, yeah, that was pretty much what's happened with me. It is really hard to get up at 4:30 every morning when you're retired and you've been used to it. I'm hoping now that spring is here that money won't be as tight. But money had gotten really tight there for a while, and I had to do something to get money back in. So I've been, he offered me that little, part-time gig, just coming and helping milking and stuff. But I'll tell you what, it's been wearing me out. And I was fine with it until my mom called one day and asked me that she wanted to put an addition on her house. Like, for example, Monday we went up there and I started it, Monday morning. And today is, it's going to be Friday morning here in about 10 minutes. And she wanted a basement added on it for my mom. She's 90. And she still does, like macrame, and she does puzzles, and she does a lot of stuff to keep herself busy. And she likes to have a basement so she can store it all. She likes to can stuff. A lot of times she'll go to the farmer's market with me, and she'll pick out a bunch of vegetables and stuff, take them home, and can it herself. Because she's getting to the point where she can't go out in the garden anymore as much as she used to. But she'll go to the farmer's market and buy the stuff just so she can it. So she wanted a basement. So I lifted Monday. It was, let's see, almost four and a half pallets worth of cinder blocks, and then, putting the mortar on them and everything. Oh my gosh, I woke up Tuesday morning and my forearms were cramping and my legs were hurting. Man, I'll tell you something. You just feel like, this is crazy. I can't do it. And luckily for me, I told Gutterball, I said, luckily for me, it rained on Tuesday, so I got a chance to sit home. But I still had to get up at 4:30 in the morning to milk the cows. So I did tell John that I was not going to be able to do it permanently because I can't. I just physically can't. When you go from zero dark, it went from 0 to dark 30 real quick. Let's just say that. That movie Zero Dark 30. So it went from 0 to dark 30. Like I was telling Gutterball today, it got frustrating because I was not sleeping. And then my dog being older, he's 14 now, so he cannot make it through an entire night without having to go potty. He just can't do it. So I'm up till like 1:30, and I record most of the time anyway, so it's no big deal. And then I have to let him out by 2, and then when I get up at 4, he's got to go again. So it's like the behind the scenes, what you guys don't see Gutterball and I doing is like we go on, we get set up, we figure out what we're going to do for the day, and then I've got to stop and go let my dog out, because if we're recording and playing, he'll have to go pee, and if I don't let him out, he can't hold it. So we're just at that point where, things, as I get older, things are getting more and more harder to do, but I'm going to try to stick it out. It is nice having a little extra money coming in. I'm going to try to stick it out at least for another month or so until we get into spring. And I think once we drop the whole having to have heat thing in the house, it won't be so bad, because that's what's killing us right now is things have gone up so much. We all know, and like I said, I'm not going to get into too much of it, but things have gotten so expensive that heat is a big one. And but anyways, I filled you guys in on a little bit of things, what's going on August. We were supposed to go on vacation, and I canceled it because I basically been working. So I couldn't go, and I was super excited because my wife has in-laws, and we were going to go see them. And my brother-in-law, which is my wife's... No, sister-in-law, sorry, my wife's brother's wife, sister-in-law, sorry, knows, like, is really close with their neighbor farmer out there, and it's like a huge dairy, and I was all excited to be able to go and take, and he said I could take my GoPro and film a lot of stuff, and if I wanted to help out a little bit, I could. It was so exciting, and I canceled, and then they had COVID. They both had COVID, so we kind of just, canceled it and kind of stayed home, which was disappointing. But it'll happen again. We're not in a rush to do anything in my household. Many of you know that once I retired, the wife and I split up basically the chores in the house. And for the most part, we split up rooms. So like I do the kitchen, and I do the floors, and she does, and I also do the bathroom. So I do the kitchen, the bathroom. She does the living room, dining room, and bedrooms, and I do the floors. So we have hardwood floors in this old house, and I'm responsible for making sure they get cleaned up and all that stuff. So, your boy Fury's been kind of busy, and as Jerry will tell you, house chores don't stop. They never stop. You never stop dirtying dishes. You never stop doing, even though our kids are moved out and it's only 2 or 3 dishes a day, it's not the point. They don't ever stop. Laundry doesn't stop. You guys know. You guys know how it goes. So let me know in the comments. I'm going to start back up, I think, the next episode and bring back trivia. You guys seem to like that. We're going to go full old school and bring back all the stuff that we were doing to have fun. I got to get busy on some stuff for our immediate family members. You guys have been patient and patiently waiting, and I've got to get some stuff out to you guys. We had a little bit of a glitch with our merchandise. That's okay. It's all being worked out. The distributor that we had set up, that was not our manufacturer, because our manufacturer was fine. He was making all the products. Our distributor decided to back out because I had to downsize the order because we only have 14 immediate family members. So I didn't want to order a bunch of merch, and a lot of places you have to order a minimum amount. So our distributor backed out, and so it's been one last thing. So I've been searching for a new one of those, but it's coming. It'll all happen in due time. In the famous words of Eustace Farmer, it will happen when it happens. So I'm going to challenge you guys this episode to head on over to Eustace Farmer, aka Atomic67. You can YouTube search either one of them, and they will come up his channel. His wife did inform Grizzly Bear Sims on his video last time that she's going to leave his channel up out of respect for him. So, to support his family, please, please, please head on over there and make sure you guys are subscribing, because and watching his videos. Make sure that even though there won't be any videos being made by our good friend Eustace Farmer, but the views will still continue to go. So head on over there and subscribe to his channel and support his wife and his family, because that little bit of money that they got coming in is the difference, all the difference in the world to them. And, you know, you don't have to leave a comment or anything like that. You can if you want. You can give your best wishes. Send your prayers over there for her. I'm sure she's going through a rough time herself. But I go over at least once a day, and I try to watch some of the older stuff. Some of the older stuff was absolutely hilarious. Some of the stuff that he put out, and I really started getting into the series that he was doing. His newer one that he was doing with the cartoons and the whole. Oh, it's really cool, really, really, really cool. So do that for your boy Fury. Head on over there, and also head on over to Grizzly Bear Sims and subscribe to his channel. And he is one of those guys, just like, you know, I talked about him a lot of times because he means a lot to me. I mean, he knows what I mean, what he means to me. He knows. I've told him 100 times. You know, probably closer to 1,000 by as long as him and I have known each other. That head on over there. Make sure. Now, here's the key with him, though. He lost his YouTube sponsorship because his watch hours fell below what he needed to do. So his subscribers are still there to a certain extent. But when you're not putting out any content, people leave. You know, I get it. But so head on over and give it a like and a thumbs up and watch his videos. Now, I'm going to challenge you on this one, too, is watch as much of the video as you can, because he lost all his watch hours. So watch like the whole video. He only puts out about 30-minute videos, so, and he has a little bit of story time, and he explains to you about a lot of things that's going on with his life. And man, it's almost like you go and you visit with him, and that's what I love. You go, and he used to tell me all the time that when I started putting out our videos, he didn't necessarily sit and watch them. But what he would do is when he was on the treadmill or whatever, he'd just put my videos up and he'd listen to me talk and talk and talk and talk. And, you know, sometimes that's all that matters. I'm not expecting you guys to sit and watch an entire hour video. Because I don't even go on YouTube to watch an entire hour video. I go on YouTube and I watch the parts that I want to watch of each video. But, you know, put me up while you're modding or you're playing Farm Sim yourself. And I do that all the time. If I'm watching a streamer that I really, really like, I'll put them up and I'll play Truck Sim or I'll play Skyrim, but I can hear what they're saying. So, and it also takes me out of their chat. I don't have to worry about being in it because I have a tendency to get too involved with chats, and I do things and say things that, I shouldn't. But that's a discussion for another day. But yeah, go over and comment to them and tell them that, your good friend Fury Machine Gaming sent you over. And what I'll do for him is, if you guys leave a comment that says Fury Machine sent me or Fury sent me over, I will make sure he hearts your comment. And that way he can notice and, do that for him. But watch as much as you possibly can of his videos. Go way back. Go way, way, way back if you want. It's okay. I've done it. I still do it. Go back and watch his Fs22 stuff. And watch some of his stuff that he was doing on the Seasons mod and the mod reviews. And his voice is captivating, and I think you guys will enjoy it. And he watches my videos, and he watches my two brothers' videos with me and Gutterball. So, let's support him the same as he supports us. He always mentions us in his comments and his videos. And a lot of times, like if I'm modding or something, I'll all of a sudden hear my name, and I'll perk up, but I'll be like on a completely different screen when he's playing, like when he's put out a video. And it's pretty funny because the one day he was talking about my pig video that was released on that map that I had an issue with. And it wasn't even an issue with the map. It wasn't even a map at all. It was an issue with a mod that caused the problem of game crash. While I watched his video, I was driving. And I put it up, and I put it on the hands-free, and I turned it off, and all I had on was the sound. And he was like, oh, go over and see Fury Machine Gaming, and I'm sorry, Jim, I haven't watched the video yet. And it was so funny. It was like he was talking to me, which was kind of neat. And my wife's like, did he just say your name? And I said, yeah. So I try to return the favor. As you guys know, I try to mention my brother as much as I can because he means the world. He's done so much work to this channel. He's another one that watches, ever since he's joined and become my brother of this whole thing, because he's not my brother in real life. We all know that. We're smart enough to realize that. But he's one of the only people in the world that I call brother. And if I've called somebody brother by mistake, I take that word very seriously. So, we're going sideways. If I've said, like later brother or something like that, it's not the same. I didn't mean the same thing. But that's also a discussion for another day. But since he's joined my channel and gotten involved with the Two Brothers series, he watches every videos. He comments on everything. He's supposed to be working, and he's watching my vids. Oh, I love it. I love it, love it, love it. He's not supposed to do that. Gutterball, shame on you. You know better. And he listens to the whole thing. The whole hour, whether I put out an hour, whether I put out 20 minutes, he watches the whole thing. And I try to do the same thing with Grizzlies. I try to watch every minute of every second of every, because as a fellow, quotation marks, content creator, it's a lot of hard work to sit and talk for 30 minutes, let alone I come on and ramble for an hour. So it's a little different than when I do a half hour, I just don't feel, what's the best word to say it? I don't feel satisfied with what I put out. It just feels rushed and hurried. So my style is a little bit slower. I've gotten kind of away from the realistic part of it. But I was doing that because it's too hard to maintain absolute realism on a farm sim game when your series doesn't move. It's hard to explain, but if you guys put it in layman's terms, like when you're playing realistically and realistic speeds and realistic everything, it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure to put on one person and put on yourself, because as soon as you slip, there's always somebody that will point out the fact that this isn't done that way or that isn't done that way, and it's rough. It puts a lot of pressure on you. What I found out I had to do was just come on and play my style. I always play a slower style anyways. I even if the mod lets me go, like this 12 miles an hour is extremely fast for me, because rock picking in real life is like 1 mile an hour. But it's excruciating to try to record videos at 2 miles an hour when you're trying. I mean, you want to talk about running out of things to say. After one pass, it takes you an hour. So at least now we've got our field. We fed our cows just like we're supposed to. And I'd already fed them this morning, but I wanted to show you guys that mod. But look how nice our farm is coming along. It's really coming. I still need a house, because right now, technically, we are living on a park bench, which we'll get a house eventually. But, oh, you know what? I was supposed to sell grain today. But we'll get that next episode. I'll make sure I save it. And we'll sell some grain, because we're going to need some money soon. But we got everything we need as far as the farm. I did change out a couple of things, because when I sold the animal trailer and the milk tanker, because there was the mod that I have downloaded. What's the name of that mod that comes with it? The Terrace or TARDIS, the trailer mod, the one that holds two loading wagons and trailers. They hold 200,000, 150. You know those ones I'm talking about. They're on the in-game mod hub or the farmingsimulator.com website. They come with 2 trailers that you can hoss slurry, water, manure, or slurry, water, fuel, and milk. So I sold our milk tanker, which was like 100 and something thousand. I sold our animal trailer back, which was like another 100 and something thousand. And I upgraded some equipment. I kept my mowers the same. They're the same. But I changed out from the little baby tedder where I was tedding windrows to a big windrower and a big tedder. Because when you're mowing and you're constantly having to pick up the mower and things like that, it's another one of those things that is a time saver in the long run. Even though you have to do 3 steps now instead of 1, stopping and picking up the mower so you're not going over to, that's the things that I just got done talking about, guys, is that when you have made a channel that you're so stuck in the realism part of it, you find yourself doing things like super realistic all the time, and it takes away from, I do believe, the beauty of the game. We all play this game different, and that's what makes it amazing. We all play this game our way, but it is nice to watch other videos on how to do things, because I've learned a lot of stuff from people. I didn't even know until Gutterball showed me that little icon next to the manure pit, you can take a trailer up there and just fill it right up. I was always under the impression that I have to have a front loader or a telehandler or a skids loader to load up my manure. And here, lo and behold, you can just drive up with your trailer and suck it right out. It's crazy. So I still learn stuff every day. I still learn stuff, but we all play. This is the beauty of the game. We all play our own way, our own style. And what I also want you guys to do, and I'm also going to challenge you guys, is play your style. Do you. Be you. That's the only way, because if you're not having fun doing this, then you're not going to do it very long. So I completely come on and I engross myself and I throw myself into it. So I absolutely love coming on and interacting with you guys. And tentatively, I got to talk to Gutterball a little bit, because many of you have asked me on the side if I'd be willing to come back with some live streams. And I really want to, but I don't want to. Here, I'm going to be brutally honest with you guys. I don't want to infringe on what Gutterball and I already have. So basically, I know that many of you have messaged me and said, hey, can you and Gutterball do a live? That was so much fun when you guys were live. It was great. And as much as I would love to just jump right into it again, I have to talk it over with him. For the simple fact that if he's going to be involved, it's not only the common courtesy, but the respect thing. You don't want to just say, hey, by the way, we're doing this. I want to make sure that it's something he wants to do. And if he doesn't want to do it, maybe, just maybe, never say never, maybe, just maybe, I'll take one of my Let's Plays down and maybe do a live on it. Like, come on here for 2 hours and do a live stream on this map. I'm not going to be one of those that live streams all the time, because been there, done that. So you guys know, I'm not. It will be a once in a great while thing, maybe once a month, maybe once every couple months, because I do enjoy my recorded videos. But, you know, I'm going to talk to Gutterball and see, but I don't. What I'm afraid of, and he knows this. I've talked to him. He knows. I've told him hundreds and hundreds of times. Him and I only, because he works. He can only record with me on Fridays and Saturdays, and that's the only 2 days. And I don't want to give up 2 possible Let's Plays and live stream one of them. You know what I mean? Because it would still be great, and it would still be epic. But I don't want to lose that second video, because what happens is when you live stream on YouTube, it posts it immediately. So if him and I live stream together on Saturday, it would post it on Saturday, and then it throws my schedule all out of whack. So, but I'm going to discuss it with him first and see what he actually thinks about it and get his opinion on it, and go from there and get his opinion on me doing it maybe by myself. We'll see. We'll see, but I wanted to include him in it because that's a big decision that I kind of wanted him involved with, if you know what I mean. So, all right, so we're done with... now we can take this back over. We are done with the subsoiling and the rock picking on this. We ended up with 5,275 rock. And now we are going to... We got about 4 minutes. I can show you guys real quick the new lime spreader. First time using it myself, so and then what I've got planned is that field over here, this one right here, that's grass. We're going to mow it, get some hay off of it, then we're going to plow that in. That'll be our second crop field. So we will have crops and crops. Then we'll keep this one grass, because as we get more and more animals, we're gonna need the grass. Also, I have to do something real quick. Okay, so when Fury's wrong, he's wrong. I have to correct myself real quick. I had told you guys this thing only holds 50,000 or 5,000. It holds 30,000 liters of seed. It still goes real time, so it's not going to matter. Like if you played 20x speed, 500x speed, it's still going to make the seeds at a certain speed per hour. But 30,000 seeds got me 60,000, or 30,000 liters of wheat got me 60,000 seeds. You put Lumigen in here, it holds 4,000. The Lumigen is cheap, though. It really is cheap. You come in here and you literally dump your wool, or this takes wheat, barley, oats, canola, soybeans, corn, and sunflowers. It takes pretty much every crop that you can make, and sorghum. It takes it, and each one will make it according to a different level. But I wanted to correct myself, because when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I was completely wrong on this, and I wanted to make sure that, and as you use it, it gets dirty. See? It's kind of neat. And then it will clean itself out as we drop it. So, about 2 minutes, we can always say our goodbyes. I want to kind of show you guys real quick this lime spreader, because I have not used it yet at all. So I'm excited to try it real quick and see. We have purchased the soil samples. We are running precision farming on this, so we are going to see real quick. I saw this in a video. Once again, a video. And I got that term from, I don't know if you guys, any of you who know who Outlaw is, but he was a channel that I respected and watched, and he's now recently kind of gone out of the YouTube community, but he used to say video. All right, so let's unfold this thing. Oh, yeah, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm digging it already. Let's get in here so you guys can... Oops. Let's get in here so you guys can see this unfold. Unfolds super slow. But look at that. It's just like now a liquid fertilizer spreader, except now you're spreading lime. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Nice. Now you can exactly see where you're going. Nice. All right, so let's shut that down. Let's shut our time off so I can say my goodbyes. We did that. I really like this mod. I really do. Not going to lie. This is a lime spreader, and you can actually tell where you got to be. It'd be easier to set up your GPS and everything for it. Neato, neato, neato. All right, guys. I am going to say my goodbyes now. And once again, my outro has always been a part that Eustace Farmer has been involved with. It is a version of what he used to say when he was finished. I asked him specifically if I could use it, and I changed it up to where it suited my channel, and he absolutely gave me permission. So, in homage to Eustace Farmer, please, please, please look out for yourselves, look out for each other, and most importantly, look out for each other's families. Be sure to like and subscribe and share. Hit the little notification ding bell so you get notified when Fury and Gutterball drop a video. And please enjoy the night, the day, the weekend, whenever you're watching this. And that is a massive PTO. Sorry, massive. And please, 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 just be you guys. Go over, check out Grizzly Bear Sims. Go over and check out Eustace Farmer for his family. Watch his videos. Subscribe to his channel. Subscribe to Grizzly Bear Sims. Make sure you guys are checking out Two Brothers St. Cali. That's coming. Today's Thursday, so it's coming today. Today is Friday. Yay! Two Brothers time. So I get to record that. Make sure you guys are checking out those videos. Make sure you guys are throwing a comment and likes on those videos. And on that note, I love you all, and I will catch you all on the flip side.